What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be smoking a turkey on the Weber Smokey Mountain. So I did a high temperature turkey out on the Weber kettle. I did a high temperature turkey in the oven, and now it's time to get down to this. What I will do is put a link to both of those in the iCard above and the description below so you can see how those came out. Anyway, what we're going to be doing with this turkey is we're going to be brining it for about 12 to 14 hours, and we're going to be injecting it with some Tony Saturates. When it comes to brines, there's no specific brine or anything that you need to actually follow. Really, all we're trying to do is get some flavor inside the chicken, and you can use pretty much whatever ingredients you want. What I'm going to be using is I'm going to use some sliced oranges, some brown sugar, some kosher salt, some apple juice, some honey, some oregano, thyme, rosemary, garlic, minced, onion powder, and some bay leaves. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get everything in this pot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up to a quick boil just so everything can kind of come together. And then I'm going to shut it down, throw some ice on it to cool it down, and then get my turkey in this brine. What I'm doing on mine is I went to Home Depot, bought a bucket, and that's what I'm going to brine this in overnight. So this honey is taking a little while to come out. But once I get all this in, I will pick the video up from there. It's looking like right now, I shut this off right before it got to a boil. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. Then I'm going to get it in our bucket with some ice and this turkey. And then we're just going to put that to bed. Chance to cool down. What I did was I took the brine solution in that pot and put it in the sink with some cold water around it, so that cooled it down a little bit faster. So we're cool on that. I'm going to go ahead and pour this brine in. And that's pretty much covered it. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of water. So that's completely covering it. Now I'm going to hit it with some ice. Turkey just came out of the brine after about 14-15 hours. I rinsed it off, patted it dry. Now it comes down to seasoning it and what we're going to do before it goes out on the grill, or smoker, excuse me. What I'm going to do is kind of hit it with a little bit of this peanut oil. Now we're smoking it unlike the other turkeys I did at high temperature, so you could actually use butter on this if you'd like, but I just happen to have some extra peanut oil. So I'm going to kind of brush this in right quick. You can use a cooking spray on this if you like, that'd be fine as well. If you also like, you can put some butter under the skin. I don't necessarily find that necessary with this injection that we're going to be using. But do whatever you want as far as that's concerned. So we got the oil rubbed in. Now this is just herb seasoning with oregano, rosemary, and thyme. I'm not going to go with any salt on the outside of this. And a lot of the reason I don't do it is I think that salt brings out a little bit of the moisture, so I think that my injection is going to have enough salt in it. And it looks like somebody's calling me. Let me go ahead and shut this off. That is Kirby Q. Check out his channel. I'm going to put a link in the description for his channel just for him calling me right now. So anyway, there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and get down to this injection. Now I'm going to highly suggest you can make your own injection, but if you're going to buy a commercial injection, this Tony Satchery's, that's what's up right there. I love that stuff. So I'm going to hit it. Kind of along this breast here. We're not going to go too deep, because if you go too deep, you'll be in the cavity. And I use about a half of a bottle of this injection. So I'm hitting it along there. And I'll even come along these thighs right quick. And I will get a little seasoning on the bottom of this. I'm just not going to drag this out any longer than I have to. So there we go. We're injected up. I may hit it in a few more spots, but you get the idea. Now, what I'm going to do is I don't want to add any more peanut oil because it's going to make all the herbs and everything fall off of this. I'm going to hit this with a little canola oil spray. And that's going to let those seasonings kind of stick on here. And it's going to help our skin get crisp. Now we're going to stuff it. Now you can stuff it with whatever you want. I would go with some onions, but I just happen to have some oranges that I need to get rid of. Some celery. And some jalapenos. So we're going to throw all this in the cavity as much as we can get. That's kind of what I'm rolling with as far as my Weber setup. I have some Kingsford applewood charcoal in there, and then I just threw a few cherry chunks on there. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing together and let the wood kind of burn down a little bit, and then get this turkey on the smoker. This is about a 13.5 pound turkey. I think it's about 13.46 to be exact. I think I'm going to try to keep the temperature between 265 and 275 degrees. I think we should be done in about 3 hours and 20 minutes or so. I'm not doing any water in the water pan. I just have the water pan foiled up for easy cleanup later. And I'll probably baste it in about another hour and a half or so. This turkey in a few places, and it looks like my average temperature, I'm about 153 on it, so I have about 12 more degrees to go on this, but it's looking pretty good. Truth. Let's cut into this and see what's up. Just gonna cut just a little bit out of here. Here we go. You can see the injection in there. Tastes good. Love that injection. I do prefer the skin of my high temperature turkey, so I'm going to put a link to those videos in the iCard. Check those out. But this, still an excellent turkey. Let's see what Penny thinks. I think she likes it. Anyway, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.